What is up, guys? This is the Rustoleum countertop coating. Let's test it. If you haven't seen my previous video, I used this on one of our rentals. We did the countertops. It was a little bit of a budget thing, and so we went ahead and painted the old almond yellow cabinet countertops with this stuff, and we ended up doing like 3 coats, and it looked pretty good. Update: I got a picture of the countertops, kind of, not from up close, but they're still holding up. We had an inspection the other day at the house, and they still look good. But we use this stuff, and it's been about 9 months since we did it. Haven't had any complaints, any issues, but we are going to do a test of our own here. I got this scrap piece of countertop here that we had a cut off left over from something else, and we're going to test it with some of the most common damaging things to the countertops. Scratches from cutting, stains, chips and dents, and heat damage from a hot pan. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. We prepped this beforehand, so directions say to let this stuff dry at least 3 days. We painted this, we did 2 coats on this last week, so it's been about 7 days since we did it. We let it cure. This is what it looks like. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into it and mark this off. Alright guys, got some tomato sauce here. We're gonna set this. Alright, we're just gonna pour it on here and just let it marinate. Alright, we've got tomato sauce here. We're going to leave that. Next we are going to go ahead and do the bang test, I guess. Pots, pans, how that would go. I guess I probably should have waited on this, huh? Alright, we're going to start. Let's say you're cooking, you're banging stuff around here. Just stuff. Kids get home. Let's see. Then you throw a knife in there and you just forget it. Right? And then a little bit more. Alright, so looks pretty roughed up, guys, with the bangs. A lot of chipping, so that was some pretty banging. But and next we are gonna go try the chop test. See it? Alright. Woo-wee! Just burned it right off. Alright guys, there you have it. Alright, so we're gonna let this sit for a few hours, and then we'll come back and we'll check the results of all the tests, but it's not looking promising. We'll come back in a few hours and check this stuff.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, we are back. It's been a couple of hours. since we left this on here, and we're gonna wipe it off. We're gonna see if it comes off, if it's stained. So alright guys, so on the stain part, it looks like it did really well. Not too much, nothing, no stains or anything. But on the dent, we went at it with a sledgehammer, which I don't think you're gonna go to your countertops with a sledgehammer. But we were just trying to get an accurate, a lot of bangs on it. You slam pots and pans down, you put things down on the counter, and eventually over time, I think this is what you're gonna get. Alright, so we got a lot of chips, a lot of little dents that came out. This is what it looks like. So we did go at it with a sledgehammer, so I'll be very specific about that. But I was also hitting it with the pot and pan, and I did notice some white residue on the pot as well. Alright, let's walk over here to the other side so I can show you guys the chopping, cutting area, and the burn area. This is our knife test right here. Alright, so again, we just went at it like if you were chopping on the actual countertop, which I know you're not. Most people aren't going to do, but let's say a kid forgets or someone forgets and just starts to do it. This is what will happen. Let me get a little bit closer here. Alright guys, and so this is where I was chopping a lot at once. Over here it's a little bit thicker, and so some of it didn't come off. This was a little bit harder, so maybe if you have more than 2 coats, it might be a little bit harder for it to come off. But for the most part, it was just coming right off. It was chopping off and ending up in your food again. Same residue flaking off. Then the burn marks, man. Of course, it's laminate. I know that burn marks are going to damage. But yeah, I did some damage. You could hear it. As soon as I set the pot down, the pot started to kind of move around because it started melting the coating. And yeah, I mean, it looks like anything else when it burns. But yeah guys, there you have it. There is our final. So it didn't stain with the tomato sauce. I still don't see any stains. Our bang, our sledgehammer / pot and pan test right here, it did chip a lot, big chunks. So with your nail, it doesn't seem to. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, even with the nail. And then this is the cut test right here. We were just chopping on the countertop. And then our burn test right here, it just melted it away completely. So there you have it, guys. Again, this was a scrap piece that we had. I painted it last week, so it sat for about 5 days, 5 or 6 days. It was more than the 3 days that it prescribed. The only prep I did to this was I cleaned it in a very light sand. So I didn't do a heavy sand. I just kind of went over it with the sanding sponge to clean off the dirt, wiped it off, and that was all the prep that I did. So that's a disclaimer there. But yeah guys, I did use this in our rental, and that was because our budget was so tight on that rental. Hopefully it doesn't look like this when we get it back. I know eventually I'll have to replace those old countertops, and I want to, but it just wasn't in the budget at the moment. So if this is like a get by for now sort of thing, I think it'll be all right. Like I said, I've been in the rental one time, and then we had the inspector out there last week. Didn't get it, didn't hear anything. I'll put a picture up of the kitchen that they took. But yeah, I think temporary, year or so, you should be fine. You might get some chips here and there. If you take care of it, I think you'll be all right. But long term, definitely not. I don't think it's what we expected it to be. It's chips off. You'll get chips, you'll get scrapes, you'll get burns if you put hot stuff on it. So keep that in mind. It is $20 something, guys. So it is, if you're just looking for a refresh, and you're okay with once in a while having to retouch probably, then go for it. But I just wanted to test it more in depth. Like I said, I used it on our rental because we were on a really tight budget and it was last minute. We had to get it done in a certain amount of time. But we are going to be replacing those here in the next, hopefully, year or so. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps. I hope if you're looking to try something, I hope this helps with your decision. Yeah, hit that like, that subscribe down below if you liked it. If you want to see more videos in the future, check out our other videos that we have. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. And you know, hopefully this helped out. Hopefully you guys got to see the results of the countertop. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thank you guys for watching and for subscribing. I really appreciate you. And it's crazy just how much the channel has grown in the last year or so. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.